Welcome, my name is Trish. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. I hope you've all had a good week or good weekend, and I hope that these messages bring beautiful messages for you for the week ahead. So let's take a look at the cards here and what your choices are for today. Just have a look for a moment and see which one resonates with you most. We've got card 1. Group 1 is the tree. Group 2 is the key. Group 3 is the moon. So take a moment, feel which one feels right for you, which one you're most drawn to first, your first thought or the first word you heard. Maybe it's that you can't take your eyes off one of the pictures, one of the symbols here. That would be your message. Or if you're drawn between two, then you can always look at both messages and see what resonates with you most. This is a group reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Now let's get into your reading. Choose from group 1, 2, 3, and I'll be back with your reading. Welcome back, group 1. If you've selected the rose quartz tree, then this is your reading. Now the card that you've selected is a strategy, the Athena card. So all about strategy and putting your mind over your heart in your decision making. So you need to put a little bit more thought into it. I'm also feeling, because we've got that balance card on the table, I'm feeling like you need to kind of balance out your logic with your emotions. So get a good balance going on there. Don't make decisions with just your heart or just your head. I'm feeling you need to get more balance there, even though the Athena card says that you need to take your mind over your heart, so you need more logic over emotion. I'm feeling you need to get a good balance here where we don't want to be outweighed either one way or the other. Now let's take a look at your energy of what's going on in your cards here. We have got the 7 of Swords in the reverse position. We have got the 2 of Pentacles also in the reverse position, and we've got the 6 of Swords in the reverse position. So for some of you, it could be issues that have already happened or coming in from the past that we're dealing with this week, because we've got a lot of reversals on the table. But it could also just mean that the energy, we're actually going for the energy of what the reverse means in the tarot. So we have got the energy of the 7 of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, so it says transparency, but I'm feeling also, okay, what's going on here, what I'm being drawn to right now is these two in opposition, like they're in diagonal opposition to each other. So we've got this sense of having to be transparent with all dealings for honesty. So looking at that you're not being deceived in certain contracts that you're signing, or people that you're engaging with. What are they coming, okay, somebody coming to you, being nice, wanting to work with you in some way or wanting to do this, but what's really behind it. So is it being able to be transparent with people or see through people's motives. And the way I'm saying it like that is because we've got this warning card here. It's asking you just to have your eyes open here. Just take a look at the situation for what it really is. Sure, it's good to help people, but sometimes if they're only coming to you for help and no other reason, then you really have to just address the level of balance within that relationship. So, and what I mean by that is, they could be coming to you for help or assistance, and it's great to give back and it's great to assist and help people, but would they do the same for you? So, and I'm only reading it that way for these cards because of what else is on the table here, because we've got this deceit card happening with the warning card, or just warning you to open your eyes at what people's intentions really are. And we've got this card about the 7 of Swords, asking you to look at people's honesty and true intentions, or the transparency, being able to see through people and not fall for their scams. It could be physical scam too, like it could be like a social media scam or a phone scam as well, but it's being able to see through scams is what I'm feeling here. But let me see if I can just pull this energy out and that I've explained it properly. So, and again, it'll be different for everybody, but this level of okay, they may only use you for certain skills that you have, and never give back, or pretend to be a friend, to get something out of you, but then never ask you to do anything on a friend basis. So, okay, that could be for some of you, but that's kind of where the energy is, where they're trying to take me. It's about being able to see through people's motives. Why are they really doing the things they're doing? Because we have a warning card on the table. We have a card about transparency, deceit, being able to see through people's motives. I've got to say it because it's just so clearly written here on the table. It'll fall in many ways for many people. It can be, different and different aspects of people's lives. It can be friendships, like I just mentioned in the example. It could be relationships. It could be family. It could be your workplace. It can fall in any part of your life, but it's just saying open your eyes to be able to see through the situation. It could be contracts, like I said. It could be scams, internet scams. So it's about being able to be aware of deceit, and that you don't want to be taken for a scam. You don't want to be scammed, whether it's by a person that you know that's only using you for some reason, or whether it's a like a social media scam of some sort. You just need to be able to see through situations a little bit more. Have your eyes open, is what it's saying. Now, overcommitted, we've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, as we know, the Two of Pentacles is all about balancing your money, addressing your finances, incoming and outgoing, and because we're sitting above a balance card here, it's saying that there's ups and downs, and it feels to be financial because we've got a pentacle card sitting on top. So it is saying that you do need to be a little bit more careful, transparent even, or a warning of where your money's going. So where you're spending, don't overcommit to certain situations, don't overspend, just be aware of where your money's going. And that's again because we've got all these warning cards and they're transparency cards. Again, it can be related to if you're applying for loans, or if you're where you're banking. It could be where you're putting your money. Look, and it definitely could be, it doesn't have to be just loans, it could be like savings accounts. Take a look at the transparency here, what the contract is that you're signing, even to deposit your money. I'm hearing be aware of what all the terms and conditions are, because maybe they're not being upright and honest with something around money, banking, as well. So whether that's getting loans or banking money, it's like there's something here going on. It could be there's like a worry about losing money here because you're letting go. So it could be there's a concern about losing money because we've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. So there's a little bit of a worry about losing money here as well. Now we've got the feeling stuck, Six of Swords in the reverse position over here. Six of Swords is like okay, when the Six of Swords is in the upright position, it's about going through difficult times and then finally moving through into calmer waters, and that sense of relief that you get when, wow, I'm through that, I'm finally, or I'm on this boat getting out of that situation, or I'm moving away from that situation. But when it's in reverse, it's saying that you're either backpedaling back into the mess further, you're digging yourself further into this hole, whether it's a financial hole or the situation is just getting deeper, like the situation around you. It's like the burdens here, especially because we've got the heavy burdens down the bottom as well. So it feels like the hole's just getting deeper. Whether you're digging that for yourself, or whether that's just through circumstances not of your own fault, circumstances around you, and it just feels like you're in this big hole, and how do you get out of this hole? You feel stuck. You're waiting for the Six of Swords to turn upright so you can move through calmer waters, but at the moment you're really just sitting in this energy of kind of feeling stuck. So feeling stuck at maybe what you do, feeling stuck by circumstances that it's happening to you, feels like it's happening to you, or whether you're stuck by the burdens or financial pressure that you're putting on yourself. And I don't say, like, there's some of them are not your fault. We can't help how the world and the economy is right now, but I'm feeling some of this perhaps you could balance a little bit better. So it's saying you do have to balance ups and downs, and you do have to be aware, even if things you feel like you're in good times, it doesn't mean that a month forward you're going to be in good times. So you need to be able to balance for ups and downs is what they're saying, because we're sitting with two juggling cards sitting on top of each other. So we've got the Two of Pentacles sitting on top of a balancing card, saying that it's a juggling act. There's always a balance of give and take. There's a balance of like 1 month is going to be a lot of outgoing, so you need to be able to balance that well. So like when it is good times, prepare for those when you're going to need those when you've got heavy burdens coming in. So you need to be able to prepare for that as well. So what they're showing me is that you need to be able to be transparent with your money, your situation, your people. They're saying that there's a little bit of heavy burdens going on. It could be related to financial, given that it's a pentacle. You feel like the hole's just bigger and you're just stuck. You don't know how to get out of this situation. But it's saying that you may have to let go of some burdens. Okay, here's where you could start going through subscriptions that you no longer use. Finding ways to cut down your expenses. There's things that you can do. It's saying you can balance here. You can balance, but it's saying that you just need to be aware of where the problems lie. You need to sort out where the problems lie. Be more transparent with what's really going on around you, so you can really see a better picture of what's causing you to feel stuck or trapped or overcommitted, so that way you can start releasing some of these heavy burdens to get more balance in your life. That was a big one. So that was quite heavy energy that they were feeling there as well. Okay, so bringing back in the Athena card with the strategy over here. So when we bring back in the Athena card, this is all about putting thought into things, thought in the situation. So when I first lay your spread, I don't look at what's going on. I just talk about your first card. Now I can see why Athena's here. Athena's here because she's saying that you make decisions, perhaps heart-based decisions, because it's on a whim or it's how you're feeling at that time. It's all about feeling, and you feel like you want to spend money, or you feel like this is a great idea, but you need to really put more thought and logic into it, because you could be getting yourself trapped further into a debt hole or further into burden hole, or you just don't know what's coming up in the future, and you need to be able to prepare and have something behind you. So and have a balance for ups and down, times of ups and downs. So, and here we're letting go of some things as well, letting go of feeling of could be people, definitely could be people, letting go of burdens for sure, being okay, because that's what I'm feeling. It's like, given these two on the diagonal now, we're looking at the two on the diagonal, we're looking at feeling trapped, like we're getting further or backtracking into this hole, like we can't get out of it, or it feels we're stuck in some way. And over here it's saying the solution is to let go. The solution is surrender to the universe. The solution is to let go of some of the heavy burdens. The things that you maybe shouldn't have taken on, or things, and that can be workload as well. You could be overworked, feel like you're weighed down by how much responsibilities you have, how much work you have to do. It doesn't have to just be financial. It can be any energy. So if it was, say, relationships, it could be a situation where the energy around relationships is so heavy, it's so draining, it feels like it's a never-ending cycle that you're never getting out of. Here we're needing to be more transparent with feelings and emotions to be able to overcome and get better balance here within relationships, or balance between your time, someone else's time, or balancing the fairness within relationships. So money-wise, I already went through the money-wise. Working and how much we take on, or responsibilities that we have, I feel heavy burdens. I feel you've got a lot on your shoulders, a lot of weight, a lot of responsibility. And here, and okay, it could also be related to weight, since I mentioned weight. So here, when we're looking at the health, I'll come back quickly if I don't forget. We're looking at here having to let go of some of the responsibilities or the duties that you do. Seek assistance, seek help, or only take on what you know you can take on. Put mind over matter. So it might be you might want to do something for somebody, what I was talking about earlier on, like you want to help somebody, but the thing is, the more you take on, the further burdened you are. You're held down by these responsibilities that you're taking on to help other people. And that's what I was talking about at the start of the reading. And this is where it's coming back in. It's saying it's heavy for you. Even though you want to help people, or want to do something to help somebody else, it's like you aren't in the state at the moment to be able to take on anything new, any more burdens for you, because it's going to pull you further down or take you further backwards into the hole. So just be very wary of that. Now, health, when we're looking at health for this situation, and I'll come back into health because I can see some heart up here, but here we've got heavy burdens. Can be weight related, it can be heart related, cholesterol. I'm feeling having to let go of certain things that cause those issues. Overcommitted, overindulging, over doing something in excess. So here we've got, like, you know, the balance is off with maybe the health of a food or something going on there as well, if we're looking at that from a health perspective. Now, when we're looking at the chakra cards, we've pulled the card, the one of throat chakra. So it's a 1. It's all about truth. It's about being able to speak clearly and not be blocked with how you speak, being able to feel like you can share your opinion, or that you're heard when you speak, or or feeling like you can have your say in something, because it feels to be, we're all about talking about truthfulness and speech here. And I'm also picking up here about being truthful about the situation that's going on with all of this over here. So be truthful about the situation, truthful to yourself, truthful to others if you need to be, but truthful to yourself about the state of all of this that's going on right now. Up here with the we've got the 3 of heart chakra. Heart chakra is all about your love, you know, your connection to, it's that love energy, your connection to the source, connection to like your spirit team, your family, your partners. It's love, it's your connection, your love energy here. And I'm feeling there's blockages, because we've got the blockage card around your heart chakra. So it's showing me either that there's blockages in your heart physically, and this comes into that health aspect here when I was talking about this one here. This stuff here can relate to this for you. So you may need a checkup around your heart. You may need to start getting a better balance of cardio with correct eating, because I'm feeling there's something going on here that's causing blockages, so around that heart area. So this is not everybody. This is just if we're talking about the heart on a physical level. So and because we've got these heavy burdens sitting next to balancing and getting that right mix of right level of exercise to be healthy, and against what you're consuming as well. So if you know if that's you, if not, don't. As I said, take it if it's meant for you. If it doesn't mean anything, just leave it. You'll know if this is you, this one here. Now, if we're looking at the heart chakra being blocked on a etheric or an emotional level, we're talking about here emotions or energy. So emotions, we could be blocked energy, and that's our connection. So our connection to source or the universe or to God, where there's blockages with that. We need to work through some blocks here. That's done energetically through meditation, tapping in, and really trying to clear the heart chakra. If we're talking about an emotional body and blockages here emotionally, we're talking about the blockages that we have with emotions with other people, not being able to express our emotions here, because we've got this expression card. So not being able to express how we really feel to the people around us, holding it in, pushing it down, not releasing our emotions or our words correctly. Also, emotion here, releasing blocks emotionally, is being able to release and not hold things down. But it can also be blocks within relationships as well. There could be some blockages there with our heart and opening and being fully connected to the people around us, because we've got blocks up. Maybe they're blocks we've had because of past experiences. So we have walls up and we don't quite open our heart like we used to. So as I said, take what resonates with you. Don't take it if it doesn't, because I'm just giving you the many different ways and the different areas that these fit into our lives. So thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. I hope you have a wonderful week. Remember to use a bit of mind over heart especially when it comes to spending money or making any kind of decisions to move you forward into calmer waters. So thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. I'll see you next week. Welcome back, Group 2. If you've selected the key, then this is your reading. Now, the card that you've chosen is the dependable card. It's the Capricorn energy. So this can mean that you have strong Capricorn in your chart. It can mean somebody around you strong Capricorn, but it can just be talking about the energies of Capricorn. So the energies of Capricorn are somebody that is motivated. They're willing to put their boots on and get in and get stuck in and get the work done. They want to put in a great deal of effort, and they're happy to help everybody else along the way. So they're happy to help themselves achieve, but happy to help others as well. Now, but it also can be, Capricorn energy can be quite a solo energy. So it can be somebody that has to achieve something in a very solo kind of way. It's a mission they can do on their own. Perhaps somebody that likes alone time, likes to have a bit of time on their own as well. It is energy of the earth, so it's about tapping into the earth and grounding energy. It can be energy of connecting in, energy of working hard and overcoming challenges and difficulties. It is ruled by Saturn, so it is that energy of being a strong taskmaster, where it's really willing to work hard to overcome difficulties or achieve in certain circumstances. Very reliable, very dependable. So that's the card that you've chosen. Now you've got choices, Group 2. I don't know how else to say it, but it is on the board 3 times. You can see on the table there, choices 3 times. Choices, and indecision. So we've got something coming up for you. You're probably already aware of it. You're in 2 minds about something, and you're trying to work out which way to go. So first of all, I've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse position over here. In the reverse position, the Knight of Cups can talk about somebody that is codependent, especially when I'm saying like the Capricorn energies can be quite independent. They're not Aries, but they're Capricorn in a way that they do what they need to do. But then we've got this energy of somebody that could be codependent. So riding your coattails, or you're taking them along, or you're doing all the work for them. It's like you're taking on their share of the workload here. The imbalance within the workload I'm picking up out of these 2 energies together. Now, it can be moodiness. Now, as I said, the Knight of Cups in the reverse position, moodiness is what it says on the table. But we can be somebody that is clingy, codependent, moody in relationships. Maybe there's somebody that doesn't give their full attention. Now, being in upright position for the Knight of Cups, we're talking about romantic action. We're talking about new partner approaching or new loving energy approaching. But being in the reverse position could be somebody from the past coming in around a relationship for you, or you thinking about past relationships. Could be what it is. Could be a choice around a new love and a current love, or an old love or a new love. That could be a choice for you. This is a group reading, so not everything I say will resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But that could be something that's happening around somebody, because this is what's on the table. We've got the Knight of Cups, and he talks about romantic action and partnerships, unions, and because the Knights are action, it's all about moving forward and getting some action in a romantic way. But he's in reverse, so he's actually not doing that. So, or he's somebody that has issues around romance or issues around connection, not moving forward, not putting yourself out there as well when it comes to those kind of things. But we've got choices. We've got the Lovers, so there is choices. Now, it could be within a current relationship. It could be choices within options for you with relationships. But it feels to be that there's some kind of indecision. You're choosing. Now, for some of you, you're choosing between 2 people. 2 people within that's around a relationship. For some of you, you're choosing between somebody that's not engaged in your relationship. So you're a partner or somebody around you, or a relationship of some type that they're not totally 100% engaged in that relationship like you are, and you're trying to work out, do you need to give more time to yourself, or is the other person taking a lot from you? Where I said this Capricorn energy where somebody's taking energy from you, it's like you've got to decide where you put your boundaries up. I'm feeling this is boundaries here as well, where you put your boundaries up and say, stop taking from me. So that's that energy as well. So that's for some of you here. Now, moodiness, and we've got moods on the table. So for some of you, it's just purely you we're talking about, and it's not other people. It can be that somebody else around you is quite moody, and that's what you're trying to deliberate, where you need to put your boundaries up against somebody's moodiness, or and what you take on from that person energetically around how moody they can be, because we've got 2 mood cards on the table. Doesn't have to just be romantic partner. This can be just any kind of person in your life that's quite doesn't handle emotions well, and it can be quite moody with their emotions. And sometimes you take that on, and you've got to work out when is appropriate to help and when is appropriate not to help, when it's appropriate to stand back and protect yourself, or when it's appropriate to you've got decisions. There's decisions there with around people and moods or romantic partners here. So going back into this energy here of the indecision, 2 of Swords in the reverse position. It's a lot of logic, a lot of thought here. We're thinking about either people and romantic partners, or we're thinking about our own heart and the boundaries we place on our own heart here, because she's guarding her heart here. You can see in that picture here, she's guarding across her heart. So there's boundaries up either because of past situations, or I feel it could be more present related, because we've got all these choices going on around you, group 2. Deliberation, choices going on down the bottom. Nurturing, caring for others. So I think that aligns with what I have been saying. So that aligns with you wanting to help other people, but some people want to take. So it's like this energy of Capricorn wanting to put in and do the work for other people. It wants to give and help other people, but do you always get that help back? So you've got deliberation and choices to make here around that. Nurturing, you're a good carer. You want to care for other people, but maybe sometimes you need some of that care in return. Maybe over here, because the Knight of Cups is in reverse, it's not being reciprocated. You're not feeling that you're getting as much back as what you're putting in. Could be vice versa, but I'm feeling more so that it's about you taking your power back. You feeling like you're doing what's right for you. You've got this guard over your heart here. You've got this energy across your heart, and you've got to do what's right for you. Now, this can also be related to willpower. So it can be like guarding yourself, willpower. But what I'm pulling in now is it can be past walls that you put up as well. So having these really strong walls, being very controlled with the people in your life, being controlling over people in your life, could be causing issues as well. It could be causing issues or dilemmas, or people that are controlling around you could be starting to get on your nerves. I'm feeling with all this energy here of choices, making decisions on choices around that as well. Does feel other people related, but if you're looking at it, sorry, I'm reading the cards. I look at the screen as I'm reading the cards off the screen. It's easier for me than looking down at the table. So if it's energy around something other than people, what are we controlling? We're controlling how we care for ourselves. We're controlling the level of care for ourselves. We're controlling the time we have, because we need to incorporate caring for other people, which leads me back down here to headaches. Okay, so headaches. Here, headaches, I'm feeling, and we're talking about you. So headaches can be caused by many things. It can be like serious health conditions. It can be stress and worry can cause headaches. It can be neck pain. And neck pain, when we get pain in our upper body, it's because we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. We're carrying a lot of burdens. We're carrying responsibilities. We're carrying heavy energy on our shoulders, like we have to get through. We're always busy, that kind of thing. Or we're doing so much for other people. So, and that can give headaches. So can also be headaches can be caused from when you're doing something in your life that's not fulfilling you. It's not what you're meant to be doing, and it's like your body's way of saying, you've got to stop doing this. Listen to me, you've got to stop doing this. But headaches can also be caused, they can be migraines, they can be caused from neck pain and stress, from the heavy burdens that we're carrying, and we're balancing moods up here. So now when I'm reading the two chakra cards together, we've got the solar plexus chakra over here, and we're talking about getting a better balance of the mood swings of our own emotional moods or cycles or hormones, getting a better balance going on in those areas. We're talking solar plexus area here, so we're talking reproductive areas, and having to get a better balance with our hormones, the testosterone or progesterone or estrogen. We're talking those hormones because we're talking solar plexus over here. But up here, when we're talking about health of our head, we're talking about things that could be mind. We're talking about brain fog because we're talking about things that's going on here. We're talking about eyes as well, eye health too, because it's the third eye chakra. So we're talking about health in this area. So health of the brain, health of the eyes, health of the head. So it's about looking after yourself a little bit more, caring for yourself a little bit more. You could be caring for somebody that's suffering from, say, dementia or something like that, because this is a head illness or a memory illness. So it is talking about illnesses or health in that way. So it could be that you're caring for somebody, or you're having to make choices in your own life that's going to allow you to look after somebody around you that has a health condition that's related to the head or the eyes. Okay, so let me just roll over this one more time, see if I'm missing anything here for you, group 2. Really just wanted to balance in these two chakra cards here, being we've got the sacral chakra with the third eye chakra. Okay, sacral chakra can talk about creativity as well. So sacral chakra is about what we create in our life. It can be kids, having children is creative, so we're creating something, but it can also be creating something in life, so creative energy as well, and getting enough balance in our life to be able to be creative as well as do what we need to do in our general duties here as well. Now, when we incorporate that into the third eye chakra, we're talking about working with our third eye, being seeing the truth, being open to like seeing what's going on around you, seeing things for what they really are. So energetically, when we're seeing the situation for what it really is, we're talking about sight here and seeing the situation for what it really is. But we've got to balance our health here. So it's saying balancing health. Now, balancing health could also be minerals, vitamins, hormones, getting a level that's good, that's not going to, you could be getting headaches because you don't have the right balance of minerals, vitamins, or hormones. So that could be causing headaches as well, one of the problems. Or that could be causing brain, mental, or mind issues or eye issues, something to do with getting balance with the minerals or hormones here. So thank you so much for joining me, group 2. Hope you got some messages out of that, and I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again next week. Back, group 3. If you've selected the moon, then this is your reading. Now, you've selected the card of Mars. Mars is all about conquering your fears. It's about bringing in a burst of inspiration, a burst of energy, or impulsiveness or motivation to move you forward. It's about facing your fears, conquering here. So we also have the moon as the pendant that you've chosen. Now, the moon will be conjunct Mars on the 25th and 26th of this month, so over this current week. So just be aware of any heightened emotional energy that is amplified when it comes to could be conflict. Emotions could get heated here with conflict, or it could be a sense of charging forward and your heart's just wanting to push you, propel you forward. So just be aware of those energies, just to know that it's just this amplification between the Mars energy of pushing you forward, impulsiveness, conflict or conquering, or the energy of the moon, which is all about your emotions. So let's get into your reading, group 3. Now, you've pulled a lot of cards. A couple of cards also fill out for you, which I will read because they do fit into your reading very nicely. Now, on the screen, I'm reading the 9 of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so the Nine of Cups in the upright position is the wish card. It's the best card in the minor arcana. Now, when it's in the reverse position, it's saying that things may not be fully going the way you want, or be careful what you wish for. So maybe, and here I'm getting it in two ways. So when you think about something, thoughts and intentions, we create through thoughts and intentions. So maybe the thoughts that you have are creating the situations or circumstances in your life that you're not quite satisfied with. So it's this dissatisfaction on the card here. So and that comes from manifesting by intentions and thoughts and words. We create through thoughts. So if you're creating and thinking of negative things, then you're creating those negative things, or you're not creating those particular negative things, but you're creating negative energy. So be aware when because we've got that wish card in reverse, be careful what you wish for, meaning be careful what thoughts you put out into the universe, because we create with our thoughts. So just be very aware with that. Now we've got this beautiful new divine inspiration energy coming in with the Ace of Wands. The Wands is all about our spiritual connection. It's all about action, moving forward. It's fire energy. So we've got this new source of energy coming through. Now, given that we've got the Mars card on the table, that's pushy energy too. That's energy of movement and moving forward, and having the urge to do something. Even if it's impulsive energy, it's still this urge or this stamina to do something. So we've got this energy coming in with this Ace of Wands. Now we've got the the High Priestess. She's in the upright position over here. The upright position is she's holding her secrets close to her chest here. You can see in the picture. She's holding things close to her chest. She's not telling people what her plan is. She's moving forward on her wants to move forward on her goal, but too scared to tell other people. Now, maybe she's thinking about, or you're thinking, okay, because I'm talking about the High Priestess, but now as I move back into your reading here, maybe you're thinking about walking away from something, closing a chapter in your life that is not really working for you in anymore. Like maybe maybe once it was your wish card, it was something you wanted, your dreams, your aspirations, your hopes. Maybe it was, but now years later, it doesn't feel exciting to you anymore. It doesn't feel fulfilling to you anymore. So maybe you're thinking about closing this chapter and trying something new. Got new beginnings cards for you as well in the clump that fell out, but we've got you thinking about closing a chapter. Perhaps you're already right in the middle of doing this now, because I don't see any decision cards here. There's no choices cards. These cards feel like you're doing this. It's like this energy, and especially because we've got the Mars energy. Mars energy gives us that extra push. It's an energy of, right, stop thinking about it, start doing it. And that's what I'm picking up with these two cards here. The dissatisfaction that's coming in around the wish card, being that things aren't going your way, or then nothing's happening. It's like Mars is saying, stop thinking about it, start doing it, start putting more action in. Don't just think that you can sit back and wish something into being. You have to put in the action, is what the Mars is saying next to the Nine of Cups. Now, and this is what this big in between the two pulses or bursts of energy that's coming in. Even though you might be telling people what your real wishes and dreams are, or what your plans are, what you're thinking about doing, because the High Priestess in reverse is saying, holding these things to herself. Now, there's coming up in the cards for you, closing a chapter, looking at ending something and walking away from something that's not quite right for you anymore. Now, what we've got here is expanding. The cards are saying they want you to instead look at expanding your vision. Go bigger with your dreams and your thoughts. There's a bigger picture here. There's more to it. Maybe they also could be saying that the thing that you're thinking about doing is bigger. There's a lot more in it, so you maybe need to have a look at what more is involved in it, but it is giving me the energy of looking at the bigger picture, looking at from an outsider point of view, looking at all the moving parts within this situation. But it's saying you're looking at expanding or going bigger, or something's bigger than what you think it is. There's more to it. You need to really look into the whole situation here. Now, the other cards that fell out was the letting go card. It says letting go, and I felt that just fitted in with these two here. So it's all about letting go with things that are just burdens to you now or don't feel right for you anymore. Now, when it comes to starting something new is what you're thinking about, it's saying that the new beginnings is going to take time, so just be patient. So it's not going to happen instantly, which is where I feel this dissatisfaction card is coming in, because it's like the wishes are not coming out the way you want them to, or they're not coming out as quick as what you want them to instantly. So it's like, you need to be very trained and focused on your positive thoughts and clear intentions of what you really want, and look at the bigger picture here and what was really involved in it, but also understand that things take time to achieve. The other card that came out that balanced in those two there was the Steadfast card, which is the Knight of Pentacles. He's quite a slow knight. Knights are action, they're about moving forward, but he's the Knight of the Pentacles. He's the slowest knight. So he's takes it one step at a time, nice slow pace. So it's not a quick ending of one situation here and then bang, the next one's here. It's a slow and steady process as we build and create something and go bigger and expand with something. Taking a look at your chakras here. So we're looking at, it's asking us to come back in and look at money here. Look at money being part of this option and this situation that's going on around you. Is something going to cost more money than you think it is? Because it's saying you need to balance your money here. You need to be prepared for something by balancing your funds, or being prepared, especially since you're leaving something behind. It's saying that make sure that you're backed up enough by money, because there's money balance going on here. You need to balance your money better in this situation. And it's also saying the chakras are unbalanced, which what that means is there's imbalance within where you put your energy in your life. So, you've got all this energy going into one thing. You could just be thinking about this one thing, and you're neglecting other parts of your life. So that's what causes the imbalance within the chakras. And when this card comes out, it's because either you do need to do a chakra balance. You can use there on the internet if you need to do those. There's plenty of meditations out there to do the chakra balance, but you do need to do one of those for sure. But on a physical level, it's saying that you've got either energy going here, there, and everywhere, very scattered energy, or you've got energy going big in one area and neglecting all the other areas. So it's like an imbalance in parts of your life where you're putting your energy. So I hope you got some information or some messages out of that group 3, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I will see you again next week.